So it turns out that this is one of the most pressing topics for me. I just want to tell what I felt, what boiled inside me, what I experienced myself. I must say that I am a person of art. I am a person with a more creative perspective, a more or less expanded consciousness. When I encountered a girl in relation to this matter, it somehow didn't work out for me, because as an artist, I am perpetually in a creative state of mind. Most girls are just caught up in the cycle of reproduction. I classify the world into two types based on my observations and experiences. These are individuals who are designed for reproduction and individuals of art. In what ways do they differ from one another? Individuals who are programmed for reproduction are precisely on their own specific wavelength, which makes it easier for them to communicate with girls and establish meaningful connections. They are able to develop a deep understanding of each other because when a guy from a specific environment meets a girl, the girl perceives him as someone who is on the same wavelength and can relate to her experiences and perspectives. So this man has the ability to manipulate her emotions, and as a result, the young woman reacts to him with compassion. Due to the fact that she experiences this wave of reproduction and she feels empathy towards it. However, when an artist attempts to captivate a woman with his love, aiming for her to experience joy and more, there exists a form of inherent safeguard. One must either resonate with the artistic wavelength or align with the procreative one in order to establish a connection. That is, she is interested in my world of art, she is interested in my unique creative approach, how I reason and so on, but nothing more than that. As an artist, I also want to create something and to embody. I also want to move in the parallel sphere of reproduction, that is, for my creativity to live on in the future and for me to have future offspring. And as an artist, I can't immediately go into two areas at once. You either choose this or you choose this sphere then. To combine these spheres, I need wealth. However, I haven't found a person who shares my views, supports me, and makes me feel comfortable and so on. This person needs to be wealthy to merge these two spheres effectively. The majority of the girls I had relationships with caused me to feel nervous in some manner. And in this sense, I understood that I simply am not their person. I am not their person. They don't see themselves in my reflection. They reason differently. They're not interested. They think I live in some kind of fairy tale. And I am very upset that I serve as an example for such people, that I evoke some kind of greater feeling of repulsion. As a person, I don't resonate with them. They don't understand me, my personality. Yes, he seems attractive, but we are on different wavelengths. In truth, I should not have been here. That is the entirety of it. It should not have formed in my surroundings. I am originally an individual who adores this world and desired to exist not on the art wave, but on the wave of reproduction. Then, from most people's perspective, I would be, on the contrary, the most charming and attractive person capable of attracting all the attention. I, regrettably, on the contrary, embody a negative character, which acts as a repulsive factor, solely due to my presence on the wave of art. Now is the century of information technology, phones. Everyone has a phone in their hand. Everyone is glued to this phone. So I look at the views of modern girls, and I don't understand their view in reality. Imagine taking any girl, for example. Now the difference between boys and girls is very colossal. They are not at the same level as before. Let's say it was in the USSR. The girl is now much taller than the boy, on such a scale. The guy is trying to lure her, attract her, everything, but she becomes much higher. She is already seen as a brand. Any girl is a brand. You can rock her in any business plan. That is, any brand of a girl. Accordingly, the more beautiful the girl, the more attractive she is, like an expensive car. The majority of guys desire to attract her, desire to date her, and so forth. But this guy is much lower than her. Here on this very scale, they all on this scale offer this girl flowers, gifts, give jewelry there, promise her golden mountains. But they will never achieve this level. Those individuals who are able to reach it possess a higher social status. And then this girl transforms into this guy as a commodity who possesses all of these resources. I think that this nonsense is not very fair to all the other guys at the present time. Imagine that all 150 gentlemen worship this girl. They just put her on a pedestal, and she becomes more and more beautiful with each passing day. Everyone praises her in their own way, and as a result she automatically becomes a brand. Well guys, what do you get from this replacement? Here's a question for each of you personally. 2-3 SMS messages she responds to there every hour. Let's do it guys, so the girls commend us instead, so that you specifically ascend to the pedestal and they are located elsewhere. Let's alter the situation in order to prevent the occurrence of all this. I simply believe it is not equitable that precisely 99 individuals are left in that location, while one affluent individual remains at this position with her. Girls are such a scarcity these days. Ask yourself a question, but why exactly should girls be some kind of deficit for guys, and not something divine, something unattainable? I communicate with the majority of guys, and they discuss girls in such a way, like that, as something unattainable, something divine, something that is forbidden to the average person. The same thing, such as going to a jewelry store to purchase gold there. However, why are girls such a rare commodity in recent times? I believe that as a guy I should also reproduce, I should also have my own offspring. Imagine what it's like for a person to do this art. If there is currently a strong resonance in this regard, that art now, real art, is not needed by anyone. This is just commercialism and complete dirt. I have personally talked to such girls who say, "Oh no, we are not like that, we are not for money. We specifically value a person's soul." But as soon as I displayed my vacant pocket, all of these girls simply vanished somewhere. However, why specifically should our principles be constructed on this? To me, this appears to be some kind of outrageous factor. I don't know, maybe I'm not the kind of person who understands it fully. Maybe you guys can explain something to me, but I'm just observing it from the side like this, and I don't want to be the 5th or the 50th for a girl. I desire to be the sole recipient of love, in order for her to love and provide assistance to me. And what the girls are saying there, "Oh yes, it's simply my friend, I'm merely texting with him, he's simply my friend." I am very jealous in this regard, and I have tried myself in various relationships, and I think about myself like that, thank me enough. I'd rather do it myself somehow, than experience all this crap on myself. I don't understand the meaning of this game. As we were told in the army, why do you suffer for a stupid piece of vagina? Why do you really suffer there, exhaust yourself there, write 500 million SMS messages? Do you anticipate her to eventually meet you, love you, and accept you for the person you are? Girls are presently not programmed for reproduction. They are inclined towards pursuing a career at this time. They don't care about anyone, they'll walk over people. So, I'm not talking about every girl, but the majority. Most girls are mercenary. I conversed with typical girls. Yes, I genuinely enjoy conversing with them, and do not think that I am stating this about all the girls in the world. And mostly, judge for yourself, I'm lonely. I wouldn't argue if everything was fine. Don't buy booze, don't kill yourself over unrequited feelings. Why all this? This is a waste of time. You exist, God has given you life. Why kill yourself for something? To an abnormal girl who doesn't appreciate you at all, you are your most valuable asset. Appreciate your mother, father, parents appreciate, but why put this shaggy one on a pedestal? I don't understand. I came to the conclusion that if a girl pays attention herself, goes on compromises herself, is ready to meet with you herself, such a girl is worth choosing, and not the one you constantly have to chase after, try to somehow win over from someone else, do something. And the same goes for girls, like she is into art and stuff, and the guy tells her, "Are you stupid or something? What art? Let's go have sex." Like we're on the same wavelength of reproduction with you, you know? Just I think somehow everything is built wrong in this modern reality, that exactly this should be different somehow. I look at all these modern installations, they seem simply absurd to me. You all are driving on Vasily Petrovich, that he is some kind of completely crazy. However, it accurately reflects the reality that they are fighting for. Even adults acknowledge that adults are not at all pleased with this nonsense coming from the new generation. And I'm just shaking and feeling nauseous from your new generation. I cannot watch everything on this new generation. The new generation appears to me as if they are troublemakers. You do not show any inclination towards sympathy, human understanding, love, or support. You lack all of this. Instead, you possess a certain type of elaborate standards that you must exhibit to impress someone, hurt someone while disregarding the well-being of another in an effort to seem superior in someone's perspective in order to protect your own interests. Your generation consists of some little yapping jackals. Girls think it is fashionable to have tattoos, all this kind of filth, to adhere to all this filth, to seem fashionable here and there. It is not cool to talk about such things. Morgenstern transformed Instasamka into real stars. And the majority of you idolize this as a sacred benchmark that you must adhere to precisely in this manner. In our society, it is now ingrained with money, 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 and everything is simply permeated with these money. They think that it is now sacred, that money has changed the value of a person. If I had money, I would be able to buy every person on the street, and would make this person say what I really think, then this game would turn in my favor. And since your generation doesn't comprehend anything about this, believes that it's all normal, that it's all cool and enjoyable, and you've transformed genuine artists who don't prioritize money, who create art for the sake of art and not for money, into individuals without a permanent residence. So thank you, fuck. An adult parent who reads monotonous notes to a child regarding you in a dull manner. I am just as cheerful a person as you are, but I comprehend the seriousness of where this nastiness can lead to. And I will not say that you are some kind of bad individuals that you need to be kept in a cage. I just see that you don't understand a lot in this matter, in this situation. And in conclusion, of course, I want to say that it is your generation.